All right, we have Quinn Reed here, head coach of Irvine Marketplace. Appreciate you joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So we're going to talk about weight loss and habits and mindset. And so I just want to get some of your feedback and what are some things that you've used with clients that was very beneficial in terms of helping them have a stronger mindset and just healthier habits?
Yeah, the big thing is just finding out what works for you, whether that's for fat loss, muscle gain, anything, what works for you. I can't have any of my clients do something that they don't really want to do. I can push them as much as I can, keep on them with texts, calls, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, if they don't want to do it because they don't like it, they can't do it. Okay. If they don't want to stick to a diet because they don't like cutting out carbs, I'm not going to cut out carbs for them. It's just something that they have to really want to be able to enjoy with it.
So how do you have them enjoy things that they do like, or how do you have them fit it in and it doesn't throw them off too far?
I mean, if you're working out consistently and you get them on a plan, if they're intuitively eating, they're not going over their calories that they should be, or they're staying within a relative range that they should be at, the muscle that they add on is going to be a great way to kind of kickstart their metabolism back up into it, get them burning a little bit more calories outside of the gym. 1 hour in the gym versus 23 hours outside of it, they're going to make more progress 23 hours outside of it. So they can still have those cheat meals, little things like that, not every single day, not 2 times a day certainly, but over the weekends and stuff like that.
All right, so let's say you start the process of kind of asking questions or talking about what their goals are, and they're just like, I've never been able to do it, I can't do it, and they just have a very limited belief. How would you help that person?
Yeah, you just start with the baby steps with it. Just like when you start anything new, you can't just jump 100% into it. You have to kind of start learning, use it kind of slowly. So with all of my clients, it's something that kind of helps them, whether it's restrictions because of their religion or just restrictions because of health complications, figuring out what they can and can't consume, and what they are willing and not willing to consume as well. That's the nice thing when you're the coach, you have kind of that background with it. You're the encyclopedia, you have all that knowledge, so it's in your best interest to be able to help them out as much as possible.
What are a couple of the smallest habits that you've had someone do that's kind of kickstarted the success?
Really, really big one is I know a lot of my clients, they enjoy their sodas and stuff like that. They love fruity drinks, anything like that. There's a lot of weird air around diet sodas and artificial sweeteners, but in my opinion, I've used them for a long time to kind of cut off soda and not use it as much as kind of a way that fills me up with my meals and anything like that. So introducing whether it's Bubblies, LaCroix, or again a diet soda, that 0-calorie stuff goes a really long way rather. Okay. And you can use that to kind of pace yourself.
Okay, so replacing a high-calorie thing with as close to it as possible so that they feel like they're actually getting that thing, and then taste buds change. I know when I was a kid and I used to have something like high sugary cereal, and my parents would switch it over, and at first it would be so hard to do, but then eventually you get used to it. And then what's a mindset kind of trick or hack or thought that you have them go through when they're just like, I can't do this?
Just knowing that it's going to be a process, right? Turtle in the hair, slow and steady. We don't want to go and have 60 pounds lost in a matter of a couple weeks and all of a sudden you have just this overall fatigue, you're lethargic, right? Slow and steady is going to help the most. You're not going to quite see the results that you want, but give it some time. It's going to take about a month for you to feel a difference, 2 months for the people around you to see a difference. By that 3rd month, that's when you're going to start seeing outside of the pants not fitting or the shirt not fitting the way that you want, or that your client would want. That's when you can start to see a little bit more of a redeeming factor with it.
Nice, I love that. Slow and steady, because that's actually going to create long-term sustainable results versus trying to just change their body in 2-3 weeks. So give me a success story from a client of yours that you've used some of these tactics.
Yeah, one that comes to my mind, I'm not going to name drop her, but she came in with about 6 months ago, 400 pounds just about. She's down 30 pounds now, and she had a nutritionist. Nutritionist wasn't helping her too much because essentially got to the point where they gave her a diet. She knew that she had to be on a diet, and it wasn't a diet that she liked. And that's a thing that she had struggled with her entire life, was finding diets that she can stick to. So when she came to me, just the little things that I was able to do and introducing her to these ideas of switching up little things in her diet, staying away from some of the carbs that she likes to overeat, introducing her to new items and new foods, things like that, really helped her with it. And the big thing is just getting in steps when you can, right? Park a little bit further if you're driving to the store for groceries. If you have 5 minutes in between a call with work, go up and down the steps, right? Exercise snacks is a great way to be able to get some more work in when you don't have as much time. They can take a phone call on the go, park a little bit further, or even walk to the grocery store. Little things like that, once they get up to about 10,000 steps, which is not too difficult to do for a lot of people, they'll start to see that it gets a little bit easier to try and manage their weight from there.
Awesome, that was super helpful. So I see switching out for some lower calorie things that they can still enjoy, being slow and methodical with this, because let's try to extend this process so that way it's not just an overnight thing. And then, I think just believing that they can. I mean, that's such a big part of it. So, well, I appreciate your feedback, appreciate your help, and
Thanks for having me.
keep crushing it.
I'll do my best.